Hello, YouTube, GZTV back with another video, and in this video, we are going to be discussing The Walking Dead. We are here on Season 8. We are about a third of the way through the season. We watched Episode 6 yesterday. Today, we're also going to talk about First Blood. I watched the original Rambo movie. Then we still have a movie and a Dexter episode to catch today, so yeah. I was thinking about going to the gym, but I don't think I want to anymore. I have a decent amount of whatchamacallit to get to. A decent amount of TV watching, So, we go through the plot, the critic reception. I know the glare's kind of in my face, but you guys know how this goes on the channel. So, yeah. In the days after the onset of the war against Negan and the Saviors, Rick, Maggie, and Carol correspond with each other to report on their victories and losses, and make plans to launch the next phase of the plan in a few days. Aaron returns to the hilltop with baby Grace. Jesus keeps watch over the saviors they have captured. Securing on the fence outside of the community, Rick has traveled to the scavenger's base to meet with Jadis. They need to get everyone back together because they're planning on going back and ending this once and for all with the saviors. Like, they want to keep waging war because the saviors have caused hell for them. They're in for the last, I don't know how long. It's been a while. The saviors have had rule over these people for quite some time. Back my hair in the back here is sticking up, but whatever. Maggie expresses disappointment that Jesus is using their supplies to provide them food and water, while Gregory suggests they build gallows to hang them. I don't even remember what the hell. Gallows. I don't even know. I've never heard of that. However, Jesus reminds them that by killing their saviors, there would be killing their prisoners, they would be no better than the saviors. I mean, that is right. This is kind of like being the bigger person type of thing. Just being a good person, Jesus he's one of those guys in the apocalypse that still kind of has faith in humanity and stuff. Like, he is one of the only ones probably at this point. Mackie later decides to allow the saviors inside, imprisoned within a makeshift cage as long as they do not cause trouble. I don't know. This isn't even really a fucking cage. It's just a bunch of, walls without any roofs and shit. I don't know what the hell it is. It's kind of weird. But, yeah. She then sends Gregory into the pen to be imprisoned with the saviors, despite his loud protest, as she cannot trust him either. It's honestly kind of funny, because no one really likes Gregory in the series. So when something bad happens to him, we all just kind of laugh at him. I don't know why. Yeah. In private, Jesus thanks Maggie for keeping the saviors alive, but she sees them as future bargaining chips. Yeah. They're planning on using them to possibly make some negotiations with the saviors and shit like that, Or maybe even dealing with other groups, like the scavengers. In the kingdom, Ezekiel has secluded himself in his home, refusing to allow others to see him, kind of with the incident of I am not the king type of thing. So, yeah, I mean, he's feeling really down on himself. Like, he's kind of taken a hit to his reputation, to his ego, and you kind of feel bad for Ezekiel. Yeah. Carol works to prepare other able-bodied residents to help in Rick's plan. Henry, Benjamin's younger brother, desperately wants to participate despite her hesitation, but she relents. It's like, come on, you're young. His brother was a fighter. He wants to be a fighter too, but, like, man, you're young as hell. I don't think he realizes how dangerous it is out there. Afterwards, Carol is able to approach Ezekiel and tries to encourage him to take up leadership again, even if he just maintains his act. It's kind of funny, there's this common trope in The Walking Dead where all the kids want to help, and they think they're mature and cool by doing so, like when Carl, with Carl, but obviously now Carl is mature, and now he can actually take on these type of things. Ezekiel remains reluctant to participate and tells her to leave him alone, so he's really out of it, which sucks. I mean, in all fairness, Carol's speech was really good. She couldn't have told him. She couldn't have inspired him or told him any better, Sorry, my voice is a little fucked up. I'm tired, so. Yeah. At the scavenger's base, Rick shows Jadis the Polaroid photos of their victories and offers to deal with them in his war despite their previous actions. Jadis refuses to deal, and it's kind of cool because that's why he was taking all those Polaroids. We kind of learned why. Forgot to say that. With no options left, Rick is taken and kept prisoner inside a shipping container, stripped down to his boxer shorts. Which is weird. The scavengers have an infatuation with nudity. Meanwhile, at Alexandria, Michonne is anxious to know what is happening, feeling responsible for the war. She had urged Rick to take a stand against the Saviors. She wants to know what's going on. She wants to get the rundown of things. Rosita offers to come with her to see what is happening at the sanctuary. Tara is surprised to find Daryl fixated on taking his own actions outside of Rick's plan, waiting on her porch. When she vows to kill Dwight after the war is over, Daryl proposes they kill him together and suggests that they don't have to wait. Yeah, like, he helped them in a lot of ways, but after the war, they're just gonna need to kill him, you know? Because he still went with the Saviors after he told them a bunch of shit about their sanctuary. Elsewhere, Carl goes scavenging outside Alexandria and encounters Sadiq. He's like the Arabian dude he found at the gas station. You guys know who I'm talking about. Carl apologizes for Rick's previous hostility towards Sadiq and offers him food and water. He wants to make amends with the guy. He wants to make sure everything's good with him. So yeah, he offers food and water. Seeing that Sadiq was trapping a walker, Carl asks Sadiq the 3 questions that Rick uses to judge potential members of his group, and is satisfied with his answers. Like, Sadiq seems like genuinely a good dude, and Carl's thinking about maybe him joining the group. Carl decides to lead Sadiq back to Alexandria, promising to vouch for him once they get there. I don't know if his dad's gonna like that, but en route they are attacked by a small group of walkers, some of which pin down Carl before he dispatches them. Appearing uninjured, they continue on. So they have a little bit of a conflict, and it's actually kind of cool to see the walkers have somewhat of a role in the show. So the show's changed in that regard. Oh. On the way to the sanctuary, Michonne and Rosita hear loud music and find 2 saviors nearby trying to load a truck with speakers, which they plan to use to lure away the walkers surrounding the sanctuary. And at first, or not at first, what am I trying to say? At this point in the show, like, I mean, I was kind of zoned out. Like, I was kind of getting over this episode. Because all in all, this episode wasn't that good. It was kind of boring, honestly, but yeah. Michonne and Rosita kill one of them, but the other escapes with the truck until it's sideswiped by a garbage truck driven by Daryl and Tara, killing the other savior. So yeah, I saw that part. That was some crazy carnage. The 4 travel together to the sanctuary, seeing the walkers still surrounded. Daryl decides they need to take action now. Who knows what they're gonna do, but yeah. So, in a library at the hilltop, Aaron shares his feelings of loss with Maggie, who understands his pain firsthand. They've both lost partners. They connect with each other. Taking Maggie's words to heart, Aaron decides to go on a personal mission. Before departing, Enid offers to join him. Aaron agrees, and there is that. Now, for the critical reception. People did not like this episode, and I didn't really either. It was kind of boring. 36% on Rotten Tomatoes, 5.8 out of 10, with 28 reviews. The King, the Widow, and Rick spreads itself between too many storylines and thereby doesn't accomplish much in the process. This is probably one of the worst episodes on the website. Season 10, episode 21 is also... Episode 21 is also up there. 4.6 out of 10, 14 reviews on that episode. We'll get to that later, apparently. Yeah, this episode's just not great. Hopefully the show can kind of have a rebound and have it stronger going with this season. Because, yeah, I mean, I guess ever since Glenn died, it's been hard for the show to really keep something up. Which is understandable, and I don't even know why they killed Glenn in the first place. Leave a like, comment, subscribe to all that stuff, GZTV. As always, reviewing your favorite movies, TV shows. We do all sorts of stuff. On this channel tonight, we're going to be doing an NBA recap. I mean, if there's good games on anyway. So,